How accelerator pedal in a car works. In our previous video tutorial, we have given the explanation on how the ignition sequence works, how the combustion engine works, and what are the components in the car. Like what are the electrical components, what are the electronics components, and what are the mechanical components. Alright, so in this video, we are going to see about the first one, how the accelerator pedal in a car works. So actually in our previous video we have given the explanation on how the ignition system works. So once you turn on the ignition system, obviously we'll start to accelerate the car. So in a sequence, how the accelerator pedal in a car works, that's what we are going to see in this video. Yes, I assure this is not like a normal video, like you may go through the other videos in YouTube, but in this we have given some other extra information that it will be really helpful for you to understand the complete working of the accelerator pedal. So the agenda is, what is it? So what is exactly the accelerator pedal is, how the basic car accelerator works, that is without ECU, and the modern cars with ECU. Then how to handle it by diagnostics. So diagnostics is nothing but, as of course you might aware, so how to handle with the faults that we faced, what are the advancements in this component, and finally question for you. All right, so if you're not subscribed to this channel, just subscribe the Learn Automotive. Acceleration pedal, we'll start with the introduction on acceleration pedal. But yes, of course we have to understand what exactly the acceleration is. Of course, acceleration is a force which moves vehicle from one place to another place. So the pedal used to accelerate is called acceleration pedal. So here if you see the vehicle is in the initial position and it moves to the next position, so the reason behind is exactly the acceleration. So that is what exactly the acceleration pedal is. Alright, so for moving this vehicle from one place to another place, the component that we are using is acceleration pedal. And let's see the brief about how the acceleration pedal works. So here we have differentiated the two things, that is, one is on the conventional act pedal and another one is a modern day cars act pedal. So we'll start with the conventional act pedal. Before that, you have to understand the purpose of air intake in cars engine. Of course, in cars engine we have to intake the air for the air fuel mixture. So that's what the statement has been given. Air is required for the combustion process inside engine, that is air plus fuel, that is air and fuel mixture can take place combustion whenever the ignition happens. All right, so if this is just understanding of the why the exactly air is required. All right, so in this picture you can come to know what exactly the process happens. So whenever you are pressing the acceleration pedal in the car, so there will be the pivot, so this will pull the throttle wire, and the throttle wire will makes the throttle body, that is the butterfly valve, to open. So how far it is open and how much the throttle is, the valve is opening, that much air has been comes inside the engine. So once the air has been comes, depends on the air the fuel used to mix, and the engine will start its combustion, which makes the vehicle to propel. All right, so this is the engine part that will be discussed in the upcoming tutorials. But in this video you just want to understand, whenever you press the acceleration pedal, the pivot make the throttle wire to pull, and the butterfly valve will open for the air injection. So this is the very conventional process of acceleration pedal, and completely a mechanical component has been used. Of course, you know, the mechanical component will not give the 99% or 90% even the accuracy until unless the electronic component comes into picture. All right, so the next slide is on the modern days act pedal, that is, which includes the ECU. Before that, just understand what is the purpose of ECU. So ECU is an electronic device which gets the digital information that will be processed and transmitted to the connected device based on a request. Alright, the controller in the ECU is a brain which serves for communication and actuation of the mechanical components. Let's understand in detail with the respective figure. Here again the same act pedal, but this is a modern day car. So whenever you press the act pedal, the position sensor will measure the position of the acceleration pedal, how much you have given, and it sends to the ECM. It's nothing but ECU. So the ECU will give to the electric motor the information how much you have to open the valve, that is the butterfly valve. So once the butterfly valve opens, again that particular information from the throttle position sensor will goes to the ECM. So in this way it will act as a closed loop system, and whenever it opens, the air will flow, and the mixture of air fuel will combust the engine to propel. This is the exact explanation on the how ECU in a engine works with respect to the air and fuel mixture. Alright, so the difference between two is one, here you don't have ECU, here the ECU is not present, so completely the mechanical component works, and here we have the ECU. The ECU will gets the information from the position sensor, that is the act pedal position sensor, which sends the motor to actuate the butterfly valve, and the same information is transmitted to the ECU to ensure that yes, this is what exactly is being done. So if anything goes wrong, yes, that will be the another case, the fault will be triggered, that will be seen in the again upcoming tutorials. So I guess you understood the exact difference between this olden day car and the modern days car, right? So we have ECM, that is ECU, which makes the throttle to open. So this is the difference between the olden day and modern day cars. All right, so we have the in the modern day cars, say just example why the ECM, that is ECU, is necessary for the modern day cars. All right, so in throttle we have if there is some blockage which makes vehicle to not propel if even sufficient acceleration has been provided, then how to handle this situation and how can we analyze it. All right, so before that you have to understand the purpose of DTC. So DTC is nothing but, as you may aware in our previous videos, it helps to understand the exact issue created in the car. All right, so this is throttle body, and the yellow color I have highlighted is the some blockage for the air. So it will create some DTC. So the DTC received is OBD2 scanner, that is P1124. So P is nothing but the powertrain, as this is the part of the powertrain, and one is the manufacturer specific. Again, one is the air injection issue. Of course we are dealing with the throttle, so air injection issue, because as there is a blockage in this, so air injection issue as a major, and 24 is a fault code. All right, so fault code is nothing but, assume the fault code 24 says error in the throttle body. All right, so this is the DTC have been received. So this is the way to diagnose the fault presence in. So what are the advancements in the car? So we have in acceleration we have the advancement like cruise control, creep control, adaptive cruise control, and so on. All right, so this is again DTC have been mentioned earlier. So this is just a overview that we have seen how the conventional acceleration pedal works, how the modern day car works, and how the diagnostics works. That's what we have been seen using OBD scanner. And the question for you is, do you really used cruise or creep or even adaptive cruise control in your car? If so, how was the experience you faced? So you can please leave a comment. All right, so still more to come. Hit a like if you really learn something interesting in this video, so that it will really make us to create more and more video like this. So in the next video it will be a complete understanding on the OBD2 and its explanation. So in another channel we have given the UDS explanation. So I guess it will be really it would be really helpful for you, and it will be definitely helpful for your future. And in this channel we'll use the OBD scanner, that is OBD codes. All right, so these are Learn Automotive. Just subscribe if you are not subscribed, and the next video will be on the air filter, the cooling system. Then we have the gear module, and we have the steering module, that is power steering and normal steering. All right, so this is exactly that we are going to see. If you're really interested to learn, just hit a like or leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. So catch you in the next video with really interesting stuff, that is OBD. It will really interesting that how you learn the UDS, really helpful. The OBD you can completely learn in this channel. All right, so catch you in the next video. Until then, bye.